again, to alliterate, we are using Prop 64 as a guideline of pretty much what we're trying to give a proposition about. But like I said, it's a couple of enhancements that are actually included. One of the enhancements that I did not include, but Colorado, which the state is actually referring to with the amendment of 64. Recently, Colorado and Washington and Oregon, and May 12, 2016, by Joseph Henchman and Morgan Sabroni. Lessons on taxfoundation.com, lessons of other states for Colorado and Washington of legalization of marijuana. So they came up with a consideration that the 30% rate that they have as a tax is too high. So they're putting in legislation and a ballot. I'm not sure if it's this year or next year that it's going to be in play, but it's to lower the percentage of from 30% in between 10 to 25% depending on the state usage and the states that are actually using it. But to talk on a couple of subjects, that's one. Another thing that they use to find that will kind of cover the black market and the gray market that my opponents actually covered up. Giving them a lower rate pretty much gives the black market and the gray market a kind of another understanding of that the market is actually lowering on their aspect. Tax and revenues, like I said, it's going to bring money, promote more jobs. Just from the income alone, when actually nowadays I'm in the industry, you're actually getting paid. You're a volunteer, so you're getting paid more on a volunteer base, or you're getting paid tips. Now with the tax revenue, it's actually in effect that you're actually going to be able to get the taxes from your employees, so you're going to be able to get that tax revenue and the income tax. The arrest rate that they're saying, I'm not sure about what they're going by, but the arrest rate that I'm actually qualifying it for, the amendment of 64, that's actually from Colorado, and same thing, the public safety. May 2016, the number of marijuana arrests were down by negative 64%. From 2012 to 2014, from 12,894 to 7,004. The possession of marijuana arrests in the same article, in the same finding, were almost cut in half to negative 47%. And marijuana sales were down for arrests were actually down negative 24%. And then the share of all arrests in Colorado, marijuana was actually dropped from 2012 to 6% to 2014 to 3%. So it kind of shows that whole, actually they are promoting the safety and they're actually promoting the whole decriminalization is actually working. Another aspect of harmful to smoke, to be honest, there's a couple of different ways to actually smoke marijuana. You don't really have to smoke it. You could vape it, you could actually eat it, you could consume it. So it doesn't really necessarily be where you have to smoke it and inhale it so you could actually affect your lungs. And another thing about an IQ, they said that long-term use causes an effect. On an article of in London Medical Association Journal, current marijuana use had a negative effect on a global IQ score of subjects who smoked five or more joints a week. A negative effect was not observed among subjects who had previously been smoked heavily used but actually stopped and no longer are smoking the substance, had no sign of any type of long-term negative effect on the impact of the global intelligence. So that kind of covers that fact of the high IQ or affecting their long-term effect of marijuana use. Thank you very much.
Sorry, Mitch.